Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Break 'em off some, yeah. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. Break 'em off some. I'm your host. Yeah. Broadcasting in the year of, it's not St. Javelin, it's the year of the dumpster fire, right? January 19th, 2023. I'm Aisha Host. Oh, thanks, man. Re-enlist. Use the site. GoArmySoft.com if you're still in. Yeah, this is start time. Man. Yeah. So, what's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? Man, the chats are live. I can see looking at all the dashboard right now. If you're not in any of the other chats, don't worry about it. You can definitely see, if you don't like Facebook, you can go to YouTube. You can go to Twitch. You can go to Twitter and check out all the other postings that we have currently live right now at the moment. 5 channels, Twitch, YouTube, 2 Facebook pages at US Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and Twitter at WTF Nation Radio. Yeah, you're talking about a pinched nerve. Holy shit, I've been feeling the same thing too. I got some pinched nerve going action too, man. God, a year of the girl cop. Oh my God. Are we done with those fucking memes? Shit. Hey, Josiah, what's going on there? You go ahead and, Josiah, you go ahead and handle that, that freaking, that sign-in roster there we got going. So that way, the WTF Nation can check in and see what's going on. Yeah, OnlyFans. Yeah, no, I do not have an OnlyFans. But, I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know how to get it. Well, anyways, that's a military. It's Alec Baldwin time again. Alec Baldwin. Anyway, so I hope you guys are doing good. Thursday, Friday Eve, coming off of a 4-day weekend for Martin Luther King's birthday, and then now coming into another weekend. That was a short week. I wasn't at the smoke pit last night. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I caught the AI. I know. I see the smoke pit is the Joes. It's the Sorents. Where the rubber meets the road, the axe meets the stone discussion on WTF Nation Radio. Meaning that all team leader, squad leader talk. Maybe a sprinkle in a couple of platoon sergeants in there. And yeah. No, I talked about the AI thing. I saw the AI conversation. I thought that was pretty cool. The AI a little obsessive there, huh? Like I said, I kind of commented in there saying that I needed, maybe I needed that. Maybe I need that. Maybe I need some obsession in my life, but it never happens again. But anyways, all right, Nate, you're aroused. You're aroused, huh? Oh, Nate. Oh, so much pleasure in my mouth. Oh, thank you so much. Such love, such joy, such ecstasy. So much pleasure in my mouth. No, sorry, that was the stinger I've been working on when I have, Hey, what's up, Shane? What's up, guys? I see you all in the chats. Man, this is, yeah, Alec Baldwin has just been, I know this is military news, but Alec Baldwin has been busted, has been convicted of manslaughter. Will he do any time? I don't know. We'll talk about Friday Night Freedom. I think Kaz and Pookie will talk about it mañana. Yeah, man, like I was saying, man, that obsessive fucking AI stuff never happens again. Anyways, so tonight, of course, we know that I have my guests. I have my guest co-hosts and all that coming in. So I ride solo. I'm on solo missions until Spanky comes back, or I get a male guest. Here's what I'm trying to do. Oh, not convicted, charge. I'm sorry. Thanks, Corey. I'm looking for an active duty. I'm asking commanders out there, active duty, if you want your soldiers to join me on sergeant's time as themselves, and they want to guest co-host with me, just like how CQ is doing the rotation, to give me an idea myself to use that. If you want to come on sergeant's time and you're active duty reserve and you want to come in and represent your organization, I think, and this is just me, of course, I think that it would be great for the organization to send me a rep, to shoot the shit and hang out with sergeant's time and do sergeanting and but I didn't get any answers. I haven't got anything back. I keep getting hung up on. So, Jordan, hey, what's up, Jordan? What's up? I'm seeing a lot of people in the chats tonight. You love to do it, but I'm out of the military. Yeah, I know, man. Like I said, I want to do this opportunity for so that way young soldiers can come on, or old soldiers, I guess, and you want to side saddle with me, ride shotgun with me or whatever in the gunner seat, and we can hang out. I'd love to do it, but yeah. So, anyways. So today, I wanted to talk about not really two issues because I'm going to ramble and all this other stuff. I also got the phone lines open too. So 415-889-8367 for the specific topics that I'm talking about today. Most important is that we currently, right after the new year, the Department of Defense released a memorandum discussing parental leave, right? I got a bunch of Alice in Wonderland, huh? Wow. Blue pill, red pill. One pill makes you larger, one pill makes you small, and the one that mother gives you doesn't do anything at all. Go ask Alice. We should get Sergeant Major of the Army Chandler. He had issues with us. I don't know why. I don't know why Sergeant Major of the Army Chandler had beef. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why he would be upset. Oh, the other SMAs don't have any issues, but yeah, Sergeant Major of the Army Chandler, he got pretty messed up. Some of the memes that we posted about him, and also the discussion of tattoos and all that, man. Oh man, he got upset about that. So just after New Year's, the DoD released a 14-week or a multi-week. God, my notes are all over the place. A 415-889-8367. He ain't us because he ain't us. That's right, because he ain't us or ain't us. Yeah, exactly, the beef. Nothing has been released from the Army yet. There is a directive for parental leave in the interim that the Army released already, paternity leave and all that stuff. And but so far the DoD has released their guidance. The Space Force and the Air Force. Let me say that again. The Space Force and the Air Force. Unless you're talking about the parental leave there, stuff, Branko. I kind of want to have the opportunity of the audience to chime in on this. Have released their guidance for the new parental leave. That's 14. Like, I'm all fucked up, man. Let me look at this stuff right here. Let me see. I don't want to talk out of terms. I know we posted it. I know we posted it before on the main page, but pretty much my issue is that why hasn't the Army done it? Why hasn't the Army released it? Every time we talk about the Army releasing the memorandum expanding the parental leave program, it's always been, I don't know, the 4 January is when it released. And normally when it comes to specific things, the Army would like to like to fling out to the soldiers. The DoD guidance says this: when it comes to like the use of social media for leaders in public affairs, when it comes to the vax, when it comes to, I don't know, what other stuff on there, what other DoD policies that you see out there, handling of classified materials and not a Corvette. Little red Corvette. Wait a minute. Isn't that what Prince? Is that why Prince? That's what that means, right? That means Prince was talking about a classified vet. Maybe he foretold. So on 4 January's release, crickets from the Army. And it's already the 19th of January as it is. So I just kind of want to know, actually, the Army, the rest of the Army would like to know, the fuck's going on? Why have we not had this parental leave directive? Memorandum 23001. Let me pull up my notes here. So which was in accordance with the National Defense Security Act for fiscal year 2022, builds on the Department's support of families and service members by streamlining and enhancing the parental leave benefit for service members. So, 12 birth parents will be granted 12 weeks of parental leave following convalescent leave, and non-birth parents will be granted 12 weeks of leave following birth parent, and also be granted 12 weeks of parental. 12 weeks. 12 weeks of leave. Of course, not considering combat and operational deployments, because the Army likes to throw that extra word in there, the operational deployment. So if you're fitting to rotate out, you could to Europe to fight Ivan, or get ready to fight Ivan, or look at possibly fighting Ivan, and avoiding the strip clubs and the biting strippers in Poland. You can definitely rest assured that you may or may not get it. However, 12 weeks, and it's almost 12. Wait, I'm just joking. I'm exaggerating. It's not really 12 weeks. John says, Army 2023, be all you can be unless it's happy or taken care of. Yeah, we can't have that. Sorry, not sorry. That's we can't take care of soldiers. We can't have that, right? So currently working on finalizing the DoD parental leave program policy that we fully intend to deliver on time, but it shouldn't be much longer. That's what the Army said earlier. Could not be just much longer. So not much longer. So the Army, Navy, and Marine Corps, by the way, I'm just not going to diss on the Army already, but the Marine Corps will have already, I was happy when Baby Ice was born, and I got some parental leave there, and I took you damn right I took that paternal leave. I told the troops take that leave, specifically when you have a Infinity War is over. You could kind of say for land freedom, the Afghan people and freedom costs $1.05, 9/11. You could definitely say but now that's over with. Now that wave is gone. You can kind of say, yeah, it's time to institute. That's a good point. I see in the chats right there. I'm not, I get it from another comment. Why? What is it with the Army not wanting to do things that are like common sense? It's like I took 2 weeks as well. Common sense doesn't seem to be playing lately right now. Specifically when it comes to something like that. I mean, we want to take care of families. Work-life balance. We want families to be. We want families. Yeah, like food. What was that? The Army. Hey, you're sucking on your budgeting and inflation for paying rent and inflation. Apply for food stamps. That's what. No shit. The Army said that. I kind of laugh at that. That's just Army. That's Army. I think where there's a retention issue, I think there's a recruitment issue. So yeah, death from within. Hey, I could cook. Yeah, Josh, exactly. What? The Army not having common sense? Really? Yeah, I know, man. What's up with that? So it did increase. Like I said, the document was signed. The Army knew this was going to happen. An whole fucking year to do it. Death by snoo. That's a classic joke. Classic dad joke. Classic dad joke that you overheard being told amongst your uncles, and then you said it to your friends. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's not taking an effect. Well, it's taking an effect. And there's almost no guidance already for the reservists. And Army Directive 2022-6 only goes so far into that. So it's again 12 weeks. So do the math. Have all the babies. Exactly that. Have the babies. Dad gets 12 weeks. Mom gets 12 weeks of convalescent after 6 weeks of maternity leave. Shit. There you go. It's. I like the reference from the XA for the Army Navy. Exactly. The Army sucks. Go Army. Only we can make fun of the Army, though, right? We can't tolerate any of the insolence from all the other services like the Navy or the Marine Corps, the Air Force, or the Space Force. But I don't know. Space Force is looking pretty freaking good right now. Currently, there's some the Space Force opened up, and this is no shit. The Space Force opened up a window of opportunity for service members to transfer into the Space Force from the Army and all the other services. The Army said no fucking way. The Army said, no, you're not taking any of our people. And the and the Space Force is like, why? And the Army is like, because we hate you. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to sit all night and beat up on the Army. The Army is a good organization. Don't get me wrong. I love the Army, but I hate the Army. Does that make sense? I love the institution of the U.S. Army. However, we do it to ourselves. I don't get how is it that something that is so common that a leader feels that they have to add extra to it. The whole old school guidance axiom of we can add to, but we can't take away, or because as commanders direct guidance or whatever, commander's discretion, whatever the new thing. People like to swing out to. The Army is new. The Army's new. You're not gonna convince that all of a sudden things that were, I don't know, no, this don't make sense. Let's just change it. And then there's those leaders. I don't want to say that some of my global war on terror, peers, leaders need to get out. But if you're posting those kind of policies or you're restricting the type of use, then see ya. You need to go. So have them babies. Exactly. What was the other question? What's it? Wait until there's an extreme bacon shortage. You haven't seen Tankers, right? There you go. Sorry, I like breaking balls on Tankers. Just of their fitness stuff. Just fitness. Just saying. The Army wants to keep their shit bags, and we're proud of them. The Space Force needs professional, and we can't even push out a memorandum on time. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They've had a whole year to prepare for this. You would have think that there would have been, and these people, I shouldn't say these people like that. There are parts of the Army communication strategy that involves the public affairs people that know that information like this is going to come out that way. That they know this information is going to be coming at this time, and they get what do they call it? They get the bootleg version. They get the bootleg version of what's coming out, and they're like, I can't talk exactly that. I can't talk shit if soldiers switch to Space Force. Yeah, exactly that. Let's get tired of the shit. It seems like right now Space Force is what is that? I'm not here to be an advocate. And just wait until U.S. Space Force WTF Moments opens up their podcast and they do their own space things. They're going to have their own space things. Space, I think. I don't know if they're going to come on. I think they're going to be part of the Space WTF. You think they're going to be part of the WTF Nation Radio team, but they're going to be doing Space Force thingies, but Space Force of Space Force. No idea what that's all about either, because it's all space things. All I know is that they hail Elon and they fucking love SpaceX and they always get to go do the cool stuff. I bet the memorandum is written in wing-ding fonts. Now, I guess there's a big hubbub about what's going on with the use of types of font. See, that's what really we're serious about in the United States military and currently this Department of State. Our public diplomacy depends on the font that we use to conduct our diplomatic and, of course, military operations. They just want to leave the planet. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't mind leaving the planet, seeing what's up. Take baby ice with me. We can go cause some trouble. Yeah, trust in your AR-25-50, exactly. Army correspondence. Nobody wants to be a lab rat or the soul survivor. Yeah, you never know, man. You never know, man. You go do that freaking Space Force thing. You take off, do that mission to Mars. Man. So anyways, that was part of that. So if you have at any time while I'm talking, because we're going to be going from other subjects, obviously, and other topics, if you would like to call in and at 415-889-8367 to discuss your specific situation when it comes to the parental leave guidance. And I know some individuals that have already had kids. That are like wondering, hey, what's going on? I know somebody right now who is in charge, who is in command and said already, I'm going to do this. I'm going ahead and letting my soldiers take this 12 weeks. And their guidance that they received was, no, you're not. Wait until guidance comes out. But you had the kid. The kid has already been born. You know, that's like saying, file a missed meal statement when you miss a meal. The soldier is still hungry. The soldier still needs to eat. Wait, it's not me, right? No, yes, I'm saying, Big Nader, we're all going to jump in the same rocket. What are you talking about? It's going to be like the Noah's Ark for space. I want to wait till like the second or third rocket goes, because I want to see what the first rocket does. And then I'll be kind of like, yeah. Then I'll jump on the rocket. Yeah, exactly. So does 12, the space, that's a good question. I'm going to ask the Space Force. Does the Space Force get a 12 weeks if they have a chest burster like in the movie? Well, technically that's a baby, right? Xenomorph jokes there. I see it. I see you, Josh. I see you. But at any rate, again, 415-889-8367. If you have had child and you would like to call in, you don't have to reveal your names. I'm pretty sure these last couple weeks have gone by that your unit won't be able to figure out which pregnant soldier or parent or dad can call in and talk about what dilemmas or what issues they've had so far. They take pictures of a magazine they send me on the books they share. Okay. Anyways, what was the next topic we're going to talk about? Okay. All right, the Army released. And on Sergeant's Time, we also had as guests the programmers and the development team for the IPPS-A. IPPS-A. You guys remember that when I had the people from IPPS-A on? Army stuff. The integrated, what was it? Let me see. The integrated personnel and pay system. That was supposed to have happened, and that was supposed to have been released, or that the use of it's that's currently out there, the fielding. I gotta have them come back on and shoot this shit with us, because I had them on here for Sergeant's Time to talk about IPPS-A, and everyone was yawn, whatever. Somebody said that was a boring show. Some people said it was a great show, but I didn't want. What I didn't want to do is I didn't want to have the Army not informed on what this is what's happening. IPPS-A, this thing's supposed to be processing awards. This is supposed to be processing your leave, and this is supposed to be the program of record for use right now. Right now. So if you've had, stuff that normally would take a paper trail, because technically what's supposed to happen is that you're not supposed to have a leave form packet, for instance. Just for example, and I'll show you in a minute why. You're not supposed to have a lot of paperwork attached to your DA-31. What you're supposed to have is just your DA Form 31. Every leader, every organization has what's called a USCR, a Unit Commander's Finance Report, that says, I'm not telling anybody how to be a first sergeant. I'm not telling anybody how to be a company commander, but I'm going to tell you on my experiences, and my experience is that I had a Unit Commander's Finance Report. And I was already doing this already. Ooh, wait, I'm revealing information. Maybe I shouldn't reveal, but fuck it, now I'm out and I can say it. Unit Commander's Finance Report. And this is a document that tells everybody in the organization how much, how much BAH you're getting, and also has a column for how many days of leave. And so I looked at it. Okay. Look at this. I got some leave. There you go. Got some leave. There you go. And I'm ready to go. I'm good to hook. I'm good to go. I got the leave. They got enough time to do it. They have enough days. We'll go ahead and just sign this leave form. Actually, what I used to do, I used to put a special, sometimes, I would tell, depending on what commander it was, because I had several commanders when I was a first sergeant, and I would either put a little initials, or I put a little mark on there, a little check mark on a little corner, so that way they know. First sergeant, I saw this. He saw this leave form, and he knows it's good to go, and he verified it, and it's good to go. So I signed it, and we formed it back up. And bam. Didn't have to worry about that. Didn't have to worry about finding out information on any other leave form cover sheet. Why? Because all that information was on the leave form. Address, leave address. Okay. Phone number. I already had all other types of recording and other types of documents that would show me how to get in contact, or actually, not me, a leader, their leader, to get in contact in the event we had some stuff happening, or in the event there was time to deploy, or in the event we got a no notice, or in the event we had a Red Cross message, or in the event, what have you. A lot of information on a leave form, a DA Form 31, is already there, right there for you as a leader to look at. You can look at it and go, yep. And he's got the, well, because, First Sergeant Ice looked at that and said, look at the Unit Commander's Finance Report. That's got a copy of that. Looks at that, looks at the monthly reports. Yep, he or she's got enough leave to go on leave, and they go, bam, they go leave. And there you go. As simple as I could have made it. or as simple as my commander, myself can make it. Pretty easy. Because he didn't like doing all that fucking leave form. It's not that it was lazy or anything like that. It was just common sense. All right, maybe it was a little bit of laziness, but it was just I hate paperwork and shit. So this the least amount of paperwork, then we're good to go. So 1st Squadron, 11th ACR, 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment, out of Fort Irwin, now that all this is happening, has decided to say, nah, we're not doing that. Nah. We're not going to do that shit. Post it out. For leave, have the service member submit leave through IPPS-A, but also have a physical packet routed through the S1. So the CSM and the SCO, which is a squadron commanding officer, is what they call up in Cavalan, know that it's been vetted. The packet will still include everything necessary: MedPros, LES, DA Form 31. For those of you that know, MedPros is a documentation. For those of you listening that are not familiar with the military, because I'm seeing a lot of new faces in here. It's basically a readiness sheet: the status of your immunization, status of your physical, status of your hearing, status of your medical screening for behavioral health, yada yada yada. LES is a leave earning statement. That is your pay stub. That has your leave form, days, and all that, and your pay and all that. Which, what I already told you, is found on another document called that leaders get, called the Unit Commander's Finance Report. And then the DA-31, which is the actual form to fill out leave. The CO must sign the DA-31 and cover sheet. This is temporary and directed by the SCO until a more efficient method can be developed. The SCO will not sign any leave in IPPS-A unless it's a hard copy packet. Otra vez, so listen up. That last statement. This is a temporary and directed by the SCO until a more efficient method can be developed. It was called IPPS-A, by the way. That was the new method that was developed. That's more efficient. The SCO will not sign leave unless it's hard copy. The reason why IPPS-A was created is so that way. There you go. Exactly. I just saw in the chat. That kind of defeats it. Isn't that creating more of a paper trail if they're uploading it to IPPS-A and now you have a paper trail of then approving the leave in the official system? Bingo. There you go, Patrick. Muchas gracias. Exactly that. So they're having you fill out something that's like, for all you new ones, you kids out there, for all you little ones out there, all you little ones, you children's out there, I should say that. For you youngins that use social media, imagine having somebody make you fill out a document every time you post something to Facebook and then verify it. What makes me laugh at the fact is that also have the physical packet so the CSM and SCO know that it's been vetted. I fucking hate that term because it's vetted, or it needs to be vetted. IPPS-A makes it vetted. IPPS-A actually is the use for it. I think the Black Horse Regiment has been reduced to cover sheets. Exactly that. Leave TPS reports. Come on, y'all seen Office Space? Yeah, I think we're gonna. It's called Bureau. I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know why. Hey, look at it. Instead of fucking creating cover sheets, how about you unfuck that damn parental leave guidance? How about you unfuck that first? Now think about it. How many times have you been vetted? Exactly that. You've been vetted through a unit commander's finance report. You've been vetted by a 162. You've been vetted by a fucking what? By IPPS-A. And now you're gonna have the S1, the keeper of all that information. Think about it. The keeper of all that information. Where do you think the unit commander's finance report comes from? Where do you think the 162 comes from? It comes from the fucking S1. I love my S1 sometimes. I love RJ1. Morgan J1, the U.S. Army WTF Moments J1. She is the studette, the queen, the goddess, the Wonder Woman of all things personnel and finance. The S1 is the nexus of all that stuff to be included vetted. So if it comes out of the S1, it is presumed that it's already vetted. To add this extra shit here is unfucking real. To add this, so if this was what's happening at the command level, now think about it. Now there's another organization above that wants to do some, or how about another organization that goes to and says, nope, at core level, it needs to be done like this. And then we finally fucking have headquarters DA. Exactly that, Josh. Some 42 Alpha right now, or Irwin is just internally screaming right now. Bad. Freaking the fuck out going, thanks WTF Moments. Why are you posting this shit? Thank you. No, we're doing this for you, kid. We're doing this to help you out, man. We're doing this so that way you don't have to worry about doing this paperwork. Because the paperwork's not supposed to happen. Speaking of 42 Alpha and my other my battle Sorent, my battle NCO. Spanky's in the chat. Spanky! How you doing, Spanky? Hey, Spanky, how you doing? Oh, no, it's Spanky. That text gives me a migraine. Yeah, dude, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Oh. I retweeted about this whole point of this IPPS-A. Exactly that. What's up, PZ? So, now, we talked about 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment, right? The SCO there. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. That's exactly that. And staff officers wonder why everyone thinks they're morons. Or actually, they get memed by One Punch Dad on on TikTok. He hits it every time. He hits it. I mean, he's on point all the fucking time when he hits it. Anyways, so on top of that, let's go on to the next window cap. IPPS-A still being a topic of conversation, by the way, mind you. I told you we're going to talk about IPPS-A. We're gonna walk the dog. I know. Spanky is me and Spanky have been talking about that. I just want to see my favorite battle captain there. My battle captain there. Samantha. Ooh, Samantha. There we go. Have Samantha. Sports bar. One Punch Dad is coming back. But he's not going to talk to senior Sorents. He's not going to talk to senior NCOs. He's going to talk to the Joes, the team leaders, the squad leaders, the Sorents. He's going to talk to Radar and freaking TZ. That's what we got going on right now. We got him. We're in discussion of having One Punch Dad join the smoke pit. So once it gets confirmed, pew pew. There we go. So One Punch Dad likes to make fun of being a life. He was our guest too. He was our sergeant's time guest. Great time. Talking about the wave tops, the walking the dog. We need to walk the dog. We're moving some mission analysis guides. I love his fucking, reminds me of me and Spanky always talk about all our times at fucking working in the staff and working in the 3 shops. And that right there, he just hits it. Yeah, exactly. He's moving dead on line. He's going to hit. Yeah. We're going to level the bubbles. Yeah. It's mission analysis, right? Mission analysis. When he imitates the colonel. Oh, I love it. And then the fucking him when he imitates the sergeant major, it's even hilarious too. Okay, so let's go back and talk about the other IPPS-A issue that we have going on. And that is out of the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, 2nd Infantry Division. And I believe that's in Korea. So let's look at that. Team. Ooh, that sounds bad. That sounds like me. That sounds like me when I talk to the team. The Battalion S1 pushed out brigade guidance. Now look, hang on. First off, let's say that again. The Battalion S1 pushes out guidance? I've never heard of that. I thought it was called Commander's Guidance. Battle Staff 101. Commander's Guidance isn't done by the S1. They're a staff section. Tasked 2x4 with by the S3. I still have. I got done with your commute. You still have your day clothes on. You'll be listening. Oh, okay, cool. Appreciate it, thanks. So, the Battalion S1 pushed out brigade guidance moving forward. Actually move forward. I'll push more if needed when I have the chance. The bluff, the bottom line up front. The action stops at T6. It will be submitted through Gears. Now, Gears is the old school theater level type of award transactions for awards and lead forms and stuff back in the day that they used that was supposed to be like be replaced by exactly IPPS-A. It will be submitted through gears, and if the action leaves the brigade, then it will be submitted through IPPS-A. I had Baconator when you talked about having bacon glazed donuts, bro. Mwah, it was the shit. I took your recommendations and had that recipe, and woo, buddy, it was good shit. I don't like to brag that I had several donuts myself, even though I'm trying to watch my girlish figure. So, anyways, now they're using a system that's not supposed to be used anymore, and they're not supposed to use it, and now it almost sounds like they're not listening to guidance of the Army. It almost makes it sound like they're not going to listen because, the Army's so fucking expeditiously fast. Expeditious fast is kind of like saying the meaning. I'm sorry, English is my second language. Expeditiously on other things, but not expeditiously on this. It almost makes it sound like, hey, Army, you have units in your formation that we're posting on U.S. Army WTF Moments that don't want to fucking listen to you. That this was directed as a program of record. I'm going to need to resubmit that in Arial font. No, it's Calibri. Wingdings. So you're having two systems now, and now, like you said, going back to that 42 Alpha, that 42 Alpha is now going to have to suck at fucking now inputting all this stuff. This is the reason why a lot of these personnel actions get blamed on the S1. This is the reason why IPPS-A was created, so that way it could not be stifled and stopped. Do it in German, I know. They want submitted through the system, be the first one mom may have addressability claim as direct as fast as possible. Yeah, exactly that, just like the VA. Just like how we fucking did the vax. You ever notice again, going back again, only certain things that the Army wants to act on, but other things they don't. It's almost like they're telling the Chief of Staff in the Army and the Sergeant Major of the Army hey, we're not going to do that. We're not listening to you. Even though there's been town halls. Speaking of which, what's up with the town hall with that parental leave stuff? Have we seen any town halls lately about that? That was like quite the craze, right? I think the last town hall-like environment we saw was AUSA. Josiah, 999, wo ist ein Papieren? Keine Papieren hier. Secretary of State Blinken went out an email saying that everything will be sent in Calibri. Exactly that. It's the default font in Microsoft Office. That's also Microsoft. Yeah, exactly that. When you shoot out an email, it's in Calibri. There have been people who have tried to push that you need to change your email format. Your font. Staff Live. But anyways, the last thing we saw was AUSA. And that was when all the stuff that was happening, the IG report was reported in the media when it came to General Donahoe. But they wanted to talk about other shit. They didn't want to talk about any of that stuff. They wanted to talk about stuff that, whatever. But the Sergeant Major of the Army did have a video. And we have receipts on this because we're waiting on this right now. That if you received a specific score on your PT test, you did not need to have height and weight. Now, all these initiatives that were thrown out last year that was promised to the force or was told this was happening to the force, I will say this, that the manning down in the force is not as robust as HQDA, which makes me wonder why, and these are just good questions, which, until we get members of the HQDA team, like I said, I think I'm going to have IPPS-A come back on here and shoot the shit for Sergeant's time because they were pretty responsive to all the questions that we had and literally walked everything through and all the processes and whew, pretty tough. Yeah, no, there was a sergeant major. The sergeant major of the Army said that if you scored a specific score on PT test, you do not have to worry about height and weight. Oh, snap. No, oh, hang on. This just in. Breaking news. Just got this in right now. Hang on, let me bust out another window cap. Breaking news. I think we need to check this out. Hang on. Breaking news. Hang on. Entonces, pues, espérate. Here you go. There we go. There's going to be an IPPS-A town hall. Mañana. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe we should crash it. Do you think we should crash it? We think we should crash the IPPS-A town hall tomorrow? I think I'm down with that. Who wants to join me? Online. Oh, Teams. Oh, never mind. It's you have to go inside and whatever. It's public. Well, I don't know. This is online Teams, Microsoft US. I don't know. You guys, if we post the IPPS-A. Oh, you know what? Morgan might be in there. She might be no balls, huh? Okay, just for that sports bar. See, that's the thing about sports bar. Who's behind the mic on that one? Is it King or is it freaking the coach? By the way, the coach is going to be on sports bar this Sunday, debuting his big Goomba. Forget about it. Bada Bing. He's going to be all Bada Bing's going to be in the freaking. Oh, forget about it. What do you say? What do you know? What do you hear? I can't remember what it is. Coach. Okay, coach is behind the mic on this one. So at any rate, the IPPS-A Town Hall is going to be tomorrow. There's a link right there. I think we're going to do some research, and we might post it. I'm going to ask Morgan, the J1, if she would post that on, or we could talk about it. All right, peace out, man. Have a good Baconator. Yeah, let's all jump in there and check it out. So there's only 9 people going and 23 interested. How about we make it 1.3 million interesting? What do you hear? What do you say? There you go. I think we should make it 1.4, or at least a couple thousand interested in going. I wouldn't mind hitting that. I think we will. No, I think we will. All right, man. Peace out. You stay marvelous as well. Hey, stay marvelous. Oh, no. But, yeah, dude. So there you go. There's your breaking news. Sergeant's Time breaking news is there's going to be, do you think they're going to talk about, maybe we'll ask IPPS-A, may ask the team at IPPS-A, or just show up and see what happens? That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think that's awesome. If anything else, it's going to be it's going to be the show to talk about, because I want to sit there. Now I don't want to troll them. I'm just going to ask questions. You know. But anyhow, somebody's talk about that. So I just want to double check. All right. So let's go back to that. So again. 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, and they've been tagged. By the way, they were tagged. They were tagged in the post. This is on the main page, by the way. Posted 23 hours ago. Somebody's in there saying, "Jesus, the acronyms are just getting worse." Even people there's even people in there in the comments that are saying that IPPS-A is actually not bad and actually not worse. So again, this is 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, 2nd Infantry Division out in Korea, and of course the other organization that we were talking about is the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment, the 11th ACR, Black Horse. Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, there was something else that I was going to hit. Another story where we're gonna blab about before we hit the break. I tell you what, actually, let me just take the break right now, so that way we could just jump on a sit and check it, and then we'll be right back. So take care. Smoke 'em if you got them. This, of course, this is Sergeant's Time, so this is a leader professional development. So I would not request. I don't, any of the GD214 stuff. You save that for tomorrow, or you save that for. Save that for Monday. Smoke if you got them. Hit the head or the latrine, because I had to speak in both languages, Navy and Army. And then we'll be right back. So refill your glasses and showers.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Nothing feels the same. Left it all behind. I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And the reason why I say it's disappointing news is because if you guys already know that I'm a member. You know, I'm retired. I'm a member of the Psychological Operations Regiment, and it appears a jarhead version of that kind of fucked up and did some bad things, and I'm pretty pissed off. And if anything else, this Marine is under investigation after a viral video showed an altercation with hotel staff, and this dude was like. Yeah, I was kind of like, whatever. It's Marine. You know. Pre-child confinement, rack 'em and stack 'em, just bad conduct, discharge, yada, yada, yada. You know, whatever. Didn't think it was a big deal. I was like, another Marine story. When is the show on to how to get a VA disability? Well, I'm glad you have that. We currently are working right now with someone who will be willing to come on and do like a walkthrough. And it's going to be a long freaking show. So I'm going to like, this individual is like, okay, we can help do this. We can help do that. So it's got to be a process that it's not going to be too long, but real quick, pew, 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 kind of like rapid fire stuff. So that way you guys can just, rehash it and re-listening to it on all of our pages that we post up on. But yes, that is in the works right now. It's almost like trying to, it's almost like trying to have a video of how to do, how to do a leaf form without a bunch of cover sheets. So one of the things that we were discussing, and I'm glad, John, you're looking at my notes because I got my notes here. A lot of the issues with veterans and a lot of you that work with veterans, and to include myself, you have to listen to what the VA says when it comes to filling out your documents. You can't get frustrated and say, I don't want to fill this document out. I think it's bullshit. Because in order for you to get your name in paper in record to move the process, you have to fill out the records that you have to that you're given. I understand. I will help with the process. Oh, you do process? Oh, okay, you process the claims. Okay, cool. I think this one here that is working with us is talking about doing the initial intake, to upgrade it and get all the get all the processing and all that. So it's and I also have some. This individual is going to be coming on who's also doing the same with med boards, with medical review boards and evaluation boards. So it's going to be like an informative story. It's a story. Informative show, because it's going to cover the med board portion, and like I said, that was the VA portion is part of that show, and so they're going to be discussing the two individuals that I have. I'm trying to get the scheduling is just a pain in the butt. Trying to get an actual Army PPLO to come in and discuss the process of the med board process, and then discuss the VA side of it, and then the VA person is going to talk about when you don't do a med board and you need to process stuff through the VA. So they rep for state of California. I got to take our brother. I hear you, man. I hear you. So it's a pain in the butt. It's almost a lot of because like I said, it's a very mundane process to begin with. So it's kind of like to give it some interest, to give it to, okay, this is how you do this. We got to prepare. I don't want to say we got to prepare slides, but we got to literally have to prepare images of what a VA form looks like, examples, fill out an example, so that way we're not putting anybody's information out there. But you're damn right, John. We got to take care of our brothers and sisters. And there's a VA related story too that I want to talk about after this one. So, Marine Sergeant Jason Frink. Jason Frink. Florida's not California. Yeah, we know. Yeah, don't California my Florida. Jason Frink was shown in a video getting in a physical altercation with hotel staff in San Diego, and let me bust out the screenshot here. Right here, this guy right here. What this guy was doing? This guy was drunk, talking out of his ass, just being straight freaking an asshole. And what pisses me off the most is that Marines do like to talk about their professionalism, and Marines do like, I should just say service members themselves, do like to talk about all that professionalism that they have. And yeah. So the Marines are currently looking into an incident caught on video, and you'll see the video in a minute, on which a Marine can be seen shoving a hotel clerk and getting in a fight with a security guard in San Diego. We can confirm that the Marine in the video is Sergeant Jason Frink, stationed at Camp Pendleton, California, said First Lieutenant Arthur Deal, spokesman for the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force. Quote, the Marine Corps is still actively investigating the incident. And here's the part that makes me mad. Frank is a psychological operations specialist that's currently assigned to the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force Information Group. We just got Marines coming in the PSYOPs pipeline at Fort Bragg. And now they have created their own schoolhouse called the Makayak. So now they're creating their own PSYOP forces. And, bro. Yeah, assumed to be the former Sergeant Frank. Exactly that. Don't get franked. That should be like a new term. If you get your, if you act like an ass, you're being a Frank. No, not freak. Frink. Foxtrot Romeo India November Kilo. Frink. Not freak. Super freak. Not that kind of freak. Not that I'm Rick James, bitch. Super freak. I'm talking Frink. So on December 31st, a woman who said that she works at the hotel posted the incident on Instagram. And like I said, I'm going to post a video in a minute. Freaking A, yeah, exactly. So I'm calling him a freak. Woman said that she works at the hotel, posted a video on Instagram, and appears the woman used a mobile device to record it. This dude like shoved fucking women. Making comments saying, this is your fucking hood. Get telling her to fuck off. I'm just gonna play some video. I'm just gonna play the video. Let me get the screen cap out here so you can see it. Post it on a page called Chuds of TikTok, I guess. So let's see what the video's got to say. Let's see what the Frink is going on. Let me post this. Let me get this thing up right here. What the? Yeah, there we go. Let me get the let me get the sound right. Let me get all the stuff. There you go. Let me change it up and get the thing all set up for you to see it. And here we go.
What the fuck?
There's no chair.
Who?
Bro, leave.
Find it.
Bro, you need to leave.
Fuck you.
Where
did you come from?
It's just triggering him more.
Good. No, shut up. Where did you come from? That's what I fucking thought. This is your fucking hood.
I'm in the hood now.
You're in charge now.
I'm in the hood.
Dude, what do you want? Like, I'm going to get, like... Oh my gosh, dude.
Please don't touch me.
Don't fucking touch her, bro. Don't fucking touch her. Don't fucking touch her. Don't touch her. I swear to God.
Here we go.
Bro, this will be it. This will be it. You just pushed her. You just assaulted her. And it's on camera.
Put it up. Put it up.
Don't.
Okay.
Put it up.
Get this.
I know where you're from. I know where you're from. What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
hey,
What's up?
Watch your motherfucker! Beat that ass. That's what I'm talking about. He got fringed up. What is it with dudes fucking beating up on women, man? That hotel clerk was like way smarter than him. That's a psyop, man. I wonder what his intended measure of effectiveness was for his actions. That's right. So that little petite little freaking right there, he shoves her. Look at that. Shows that small woman. That's a bitch move. Look at that right there. And then got his ass whooped. Look at that. Bam, he got lamped. Look at that shit. Watch your motherfucker! Exactly that. Frank deserves every single swing of that shit, to include a bad conduct discharge, a fucking court-martial, reduced down to no. That's it. Done. Kick him out of the PSYOP regiment. That's a punk ass. That's some punk ass shit right there, man. I hope the Marine Corps in their due diligence does just that. Court-martial his ass and put his ass out. You got knocked out by a lamp. Well, I don't know. Have you seen military hotels lately? They're not so good on motel furniture chic. So they're feng shui and they have their lamps done by the lowest bidder as well. So they have those old 1970s cast iron bottom fucking half ceramic lamps. She fucked his ass up. Are you still laughing at the chuds of TikTok? I know. The chuds of TikTok is the opposite of libs of TikTok. It's supposed to be a twist to that. Showing that, I don't know, I guess, chuds, which I think is kind of funny. It's a play on the word from libs of TikTok. So that was an antique. He got an antique across the face is what he got. So anyways, he's under investigation. So, of course, I immediately... the lamp was probably made out of lead and asbestos, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know, Gunny has already talked to him, especially for having video of shoving a woman like that, a small woman, a woman that he's twice her size. Patrick says if he was in a hotel inn, I'm guessing he was TDY. So where does he put the damage to the lamp? In DTS? No. Do not pass go. Get the fuck out. The Corps don't need you. You can yet. He's under investigation for being a little bitch. Exactly that, Sarah. What a fucking bitch. Well, don't fight in Crocs. Okay. So the next story, and this is just going across the military news across U.S. Army WTF Moments and, of course, WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page, which we already discussed the IPPS-A issue, and we've already discussed the other stuff like that. Must be an expert if you stayed in a Holiday Inn Express. I don't know, man. Yeah, watch the lamp. Yeah, you just plug the lamp right back in, and it'll work like no problem. People do not remember the good shit we do, only the bad. Tell me about it, Angie. Tell me about it. That comment that you just said has everything to do with what's going to be discussed next week on WTF Nation Radio. man, you're going to be, whew, you're going to be surprised. Yeah, Josh really does like that lamp. I'm lamp. Anyways, there was a story that I wanted to talk about that I didn't see in here that's going to get posted up. Okay, here it. Yeah, that's why, because it's not been posted on WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page. Let me get it up. Where is it at? WTF gets more done than the IG. Well, appreciate it, man. Thank you. We try. We try. All right, one of the other stories that we're talking about, we got little tidbits of information that we're just gonna hit. The Pentagon pivot. Officials not pursuing back pay for troops fired after refusing the vax. Now remember, the vax is no longer mandated. However, we're now starting to see reports from Fort Bragg, Fort Hood, Fort Hoochie Coochie, Fort Huachuca, Fort Rucker, that masks are making a comeback. I'm watching the comments. It's pretty funny. Waiting for the tasking order still. Oh, okay. So the Pentagon says back pays. There was discussion that the Pentagon was talking about bringing back pay for soldiers who refuse to take the vax. Now that the vax is no longer mandated and now it's a volunteer thing. So Mark just confirmed it. Fort Hood reports again. Thank you for confirmation. Fort Hood is now going back to masks. Pentagon said now that the back pay for troops being fired for refusing the COVID vaccine is not off the table, but under active consideration, and now it's a reversal. They're not pursuing back pay. They want you to come back, by the way. Hey, sorry, Herbert Field as well. Okay, Herbert, that's Florida. Herbert Field. Man, Herbert Field. Man, I had some good memories of Herbert Field, man. Some good times. Taking me back. So right now, no back pay. So if you got put out, you got put out. Your back pay, your pay starts when you come back in. If you come back in, which a lot of people are saying, fuck that, I'm not coming back in. Bragg is still mask optional, even at Womack. Okay, there you go. There we go. Another confirmation there for back at Bragg. All service members and veterans may apply at any time to Appropriate Discharge Review Board or Board for Corrections to Military Records if they believe that there's an error or injustice in their records, according to Pentagon spokesperson, Department of Defense spokesperson. If they booted me over, taking over a shot, I'm taking that DD-214 and running for the hills. That's what Josh says. Look, U.S. Army WTF Moments, WTF Nation Radio, all of our hosts and admins supported whatever decision, or we actually not supported, but we issued the guidance that came out when it came to the vax. We of course have members of our staff, to include myself and Spanky and all that. We all have discussed the reasons or not to, or to take the vax and all that when it was an option, right? Then when it became mandatory, then that was it. The mandatory stuff that came over for mandatory, that was now mandatory, then you couldn't really fight it because it was mandatory. Now that it's not, the same drama, Shaw Air Force Base was en masse on Teams call today because Sumter County has an uptick. All right, take it easy, sir. Shaw Air Force Base is in Columbia, South Carolina. So Sumter County has a uptick of the Rona. So now they're back to masks, even though it's already been proven the masks don't work. So my point being is that now that it's back to being not mandatory and it's not an option, we cautioned everybody. Does it count as a break in service when it comes? I think it does. That, as a matter of fact, I think that's what I just read off earlier. If they didn't want to come back, let me double check. Yeah, I think it's a break in service. But I think after too long or too much time, it's not considered a break of service. So, holy shit, what the hell is this? Click on it. Do not click on that. Do not click. Karen, what you doing dropping all that drama in there? No, we're not going to click. We're not going to click the link. Karen, get out of our chats if you're dropping links like that. Don't open that link that you see in the chats right now. What the hell's up with that? Karen? Karen? Do not. No. Now, Karen, keep harassing the fans. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna block you. Hey, I'm gonna block you. You finna get blocked. Give me a second, guys. Let me make sure it's in the right chat. I don't want to like ban everybody on accident. Don't boot her. Boy, Karen, look at that. Karen is, man, she's actively trying to grab you guys and gals to follow her. Okay, everybody's saying the boot and the boot. See ya. All right, hang on. Block now. She's gonna no. She's not gonna get blocked. She's gonna go bye-bye. Hang on, let me go through here and look at these comments. Holy shit, she dropped. Do not click on that link. Do not. She was responding to the lamp. So Karen, you're a digital creator, huh? Well, man. Yeah, delete. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ban you from the page. Confirm. And then what else? Who else am gonna? What else we got in here? Damn, bam. See ya. Gone. There we go. We've been getting a spate of that lately. We're getting a lot. What is it with Karen and Lamp? Exactly that, Karen and Lamps. Sent her packing, Mary. See ya. Deuces. Hasta. Advidas. So, going back to that question before and going back to what we were discussing about the vax. When it was mandatory, we just pushed the word out. Of course, in between, well, she was really messing with you, Angie. That's what she was in the chats for. She saw you and was like really replying on your account specifically. So, I within the staff at U.S. Army WTF Opens and WTF Nation Radio, we had our own opinions about the vax. Some of us understood that it was because of work or because of whatever. If you're a contractor or not, blah, blah, blah. We understood that. We understood that if it was voluntary, we understood that it was mandatory. We understood that now it's now voluntary. But what we cautioned leaders, and we told leaders before, is that be careful how you treat the soldiers when it was voluntary. There are leaders out there, again, I keep telling you, get a fucking Twitter account so you can see how much your leaders act on Twitter. Your leaders act on Twitter totally opposite of how they act in front of you in formation. Trust me. And we did caution. The WTF Nation did caution leaders when it was voluntary. Watch how you address your troops. Watch how you treat your troops in all this. And then it became mandatory, and then all of a sudden it was mandatory. The ones that got a lot of shit when it was voluntary kept giving shit to the soldiers and gave no consideration to the religious exemption requests that was doing, or whatever exemption that they were authorized to do, even though those same leaders kept saying, no, that's bullshit. No, that's bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a religiousness. I'm not a padre, pastor, priest, imam, cleric. I don't have any of that shit. I'm not. But I would never tell a soldier your excuse for getting an exemption, medical or religious, is bullshit, because it's not my place. Individuals with 6 years of service with a degree in basket weaving would fucking be telling soldiers that were giving them so much shit to virtue their own fucking signal, to signal their own virtue, I guess you would say. We're giving them so much shit. So when it was time when it became mandatory, they had it. They gave it. They laid it out to those soldiers, treated them like shit, ostracized the fuck out of them, even if they were taking it. Even if they were we were so close. I wanted to do it, but I don't want to say I was overridden, but came to the concession that we should post. We're going to post a video of a commander giving his soldiers shit once it became mandatory, but the individual deleted the video because he was like virtue signaling, saying, yeah, see how you like that? It was mandatory. Now you have to take it, huh? Now you have to take it. So soldiers are like, okay, fuck you then. I'm out. out of here. I'm done. And now that the vax is now voluntary again, the Army's saying, hey, look, we're sorry. We're sorry about the bad treatment that the leaders during when it was voluntary gave you, and then once it became mandatory gave you, and disrespected your religion and disrespected your personal medical beliefs to take it. We're sorry. So far, we've not seen, and I verified this through Morgan, we've not seen a single fucking soldier that has been processed out for the vax or had an exemption for it come back. Was it the same sergeant majors that told him not to use IPPS-A? Exactly. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? Could possibly be, right? I wanted to post that video so fucking bad. I wanted to post it, but the individual deleted the video of literally fucking riding a soldier who was putting in a medical exemption. And the soldier was recording it, by the way. And I was fucking like, yeah, soldiers are fucking scared to post it because, yeah, exactly. Because, like I said, go on fucking Twitter. See how your leaders talk and see how they talk to you in formation or in the workplace. My question is that if you have the annual vaccines with no issue, then claim religiousness on this particular vaccine, that doesn't seem right. Mark, that's not your call. That's not my call. Are we being speculative? Are we being opinionated here? That's not my call. I know for a fact one of our hosts needed a vax exemption. She had that issue before. Spanky talked about it. Had a vax and had to ensure that specific exemptions specific to this, it had to happen. It's authorized. It's like just like the UCMJ. You have rights. You have whatever. It's not my opinion. It's not your opinion. It's not the commander's opinion. It is of competent, and I'm going to say this again, competent, and we're talking about military fucking. It is of a competent medical authority or religious authority, whatever, to see if that exemption is authorized. It's just like a leave form. Shut up. Just color, process the document because it's not your place to deny it or an award. So it doesn't seem right. If that's your opinion, I could see what you're saying. If it doesn't seem right, but I don't care. It's and that's the thing that everyone was beating us up. Everyone was asking us, how come you guys aren't pushing for the vax? Well, because it's voluntary. How come you guys being anti-vax? No, we're not. We're not being anti-vax. We're saying right now that it's voluntary, and that's it. When it becomes mandatory, then we'll talk about it. We'll post it. We'll post the guidance, which we did. What does it mean is that it really falls if you get the orders. The other religions that don't allow vaccines don't allow any, not vaccines. I just decided to get one, and I'm saying this as a Jew. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I don't know. Bro, I can't tell you. It's not my place. However, of all the vax exemptions, I don't know how many were authorized. I have to look. I'd have to look. But bad numbers, of course, already in COVID statistics. There's now doctors who were so pro, you need to wear a mask or you ain't leaving, or you need to get 15 injections and a fucking booster on top of it. Are now saying that that they're now saying that that masks don't work. They're now saying that masks have hindered the education of young children. They're now saying that if you get the vid vax, you get the Rona. But they're now saying that maybe the CDC should now look into a possibility of connecting strokes to the vax. They're now saying, you know what I mean? So reported and verbally documented proof of retaliation and targeting. I'm going to the news. Do you want a sample? Shit. Why don't you just call? Call 415-889-8367. You don't have to give your name. You're going to go to the news. Hey, Nick, we are the news. U.S. Army WTF Moments, WTF Nation Radio. We were born happy to listen to what you got to say. 415-889-8367. And I'll just call you as a caller. Oh, shit, I already dimed you out. If you're going to the news, I already said, hey, Nicholas, go ahead and give us a call. It'll be on. Never mind. So, Nicholas, if you're going to, if you've got no problem saying it, you got no problem talking about it, 415-889-8367. and we're more than happy to take your call and shoot the shit. We're about the news as the news can get when it comes to military news. Probably going to get somebody like, oh, see, U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and ICE is talking about being anti-vax. Dude, just use the Article 138 and see what happens. Exactly that. Article 138. That's shit that I've not heard in ages. That's like holding units accountable. That's what I'm talking about. So if you don't want to call, that's cool. Or you want to talk about it later. I think, that's a good idea. Maybe we should do a show of soldiers who have been retaliated against for it. And there's a lot of people that like to sit there and say, no, you disobeyed an order, no. No, they shouldn't get it. No, they're now using that as a way to skate out. But again, if you don't want to call, that's cool. But a lot of people listen. A lot of people follow, so you might, it's up to you. 415-889-8367. Yeah, I'm telling you what, the Article 138 is awesome. It is a process in the UCMJ that really wakes people up when you start spouting that knowledge. It's almost like how cops and law enforcement and CID don't tell you what you can and can't say to them, but you can say them like, the script, follow the script, fucking shut the fuck up Friday, and you keep your mouth shut, yada, yada, yada. The Article 138 is something that nobody in the military likes to talk about. Because, of course, commanders can never give bad decisions, right? Exactly that, John. Exactly that. So, if you don't want to call, that's cool. Just let you know, because I can continue the show. You'd be here for days if I held a topic like that. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about having maybe having a discussion. Soldiers that have been retaliated against or have been talked about, even though they complied or whatever, and yada yada. Same as the anthrax or the malaria vax. Remember when we had to take mefequin, like mefequin Mondays and stuff, to fight against malaria? They give you some like crazy ass dreams, and now they're saying that's connected to like whatever brain rot and PTSD and exacerbating that. Remember we had to take that out. I mean, everybody remembers mefequin Mondays, right? Like when the VA says, you didn't take no mefequin? And I shake the little thing that they gave me. I sure did. I took it. Same with anthrax, exactly that. I think I got like 16 or 17 anthrax shots. Maybe that's why I have a bad back. I don't know. Can we connect that to the anthrax? It's okay to connect to that. Or Gulf War syndrome. It's funny when you hear the veteran side of it, the VA side of it, and then you hear the Army side of it. Oh, Lordy. Man, you get a lot of... Oof. Yeah, the horseman. I remember the gamma globin shot right in the butt. Going to Africa back in the day. We were alerted to go doing a mission in Nigeria. And they got us all lined up. They called it the peanut butter shot. They had to go like that. And they go funk. And it just like, watch it. You had those medics that were like completely sadistic. They were like, all right, here you go. Let's take it real slow. Like that. But yeah, exactly that. So I guess we're not going to get a call. That's okay. I'll still talk about it, but if you want to chime in, like I said, the phone lines are open. If you want to talk about it, that's cool. And like I said, if the news want to talk, the news won't give you the time that we will. Think about it. If you think about any news report that talks about anything that's going on in the news, specifically when it comes to military, it's not even a 2-3 minute blurb, and it's always Tucker Carlson shit talking about it, or crying about how the military is going to be fucking woke, or PSYOP e-girls, or whatever. And then you're going to have somebody like, Fox and Friends, or CNN talk about just a few minutes just to get their little blurb in to hate whatever party they want you to fucking hate. So there's it. I could give you the best part about WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments. When we have our format, you get to we'll give you your due. We'll let you talk about it and blah 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 blah. PB, remember the PB tabs during Desert Storm? I was like, man, I'm dating everybody here. They said they had a connection to the Gulf War syndrome. They're like, here, take these. What are that? Because you're gonna get on a plane in a minute and you're gonna land in Kuwait, and the next thing you know, if you don't take this, your arm's gonna fall off, or you're gonna go blind, or whatever. Give you jaundice and shit. Yeah, exactly. This is how the Army like to scare you. They used to talk about that island off of Korea, off the peninsula. They used to talk about that. If you get there's a specific AIDS and syphilis that if you get it, you get put in an island with the rest of the lepers, and then you'll never get to go home. Oh yeah, they're still denying that shit. Okay, what was the thing I was going to talk about? What was the other story that I was going to talk about? So we talked about the So anyways, my whole point is that get yourself a Twitter account and see the leaders that are on there shit talking and talking a lot of stuff. And you'll see how they treated soldiers on Twitter. You guys are doing a great job. You guys are doing a great job. I appreciate you guys being part of the team, blah, 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 blah. And they say that information. Then they run to Twitter. I just had a fucking soldier do this. And I have a soldier do that. And I had a soldier do this. And I had a soldier do that. These fucking kids. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you mean to tell me that mom and pop back home told you to say this? These rednecks, blah, 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 blah. Oh, this because these kids are urban, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they talk about you like that on fucking Twitter. So their Twitter account. I'm blocked by some of them because they, What was the other topic we were talking about? Man, we had that PSYOP kid. Yeah, that was PSYOP Marine we're talking about exactly. We already talked about Alec Baldwin. Well, we didn't go into too much about Alec Baldwin, but Friday Night Freedom, I'm sure, is going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the... I'm pretty sure Kaz and Pookie are going to talk about... Oh, wait, Kaz and TZ, by the way, because Pookie's going to be out the net for Friday Night Freedom tomorrow. But there was... Okay, so... okay. We talk about sexual assault. We talk about sexual harassment. We talk about conduct in the military. We talk about bad commanders, and we talk about whatever. That is crap. Angie's telling me that's crap. That if you get a STD, there's a treatment. And I used to put a box of condoms in my flyaway kits for the troops. There you go. Think about the troops. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, Angie. There you go. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get put in no island in Korea somewhere because I got an STD. Damn right. That's kind of scary. With lepers? That freak me out. So we always talk about who holds them accountable. Like, how come is it that every time I keep going, and I'm telling you what right now, I was joking about it, and everyone thought I was exaggerating. There's no way that this happens. Yada, yada, yada. We talked about the e-tool case last week. Or a week before last, I think. Or when it happened. It was like last week. I'll talk about it again in a minute. And I talked about how the Navy will just fire at you just for whatever reason. If you move your boat out of the port slow, which I'm pissing off my Navy friends by calling it a boat. If you move a ship out, or you bump up a freaking submarine, or you knock a pier wrong, or you run aground, the Navy, kabam, fires everybody, right? And everyone said, nah, whatever, ICE. You're just bullshit. That doesn't really happen. No, bullshit. Bullshit. The Navy just fired two commanders fired in one day. I thought it was pretty impressive. I think that's what the Army needs to do. The Army needs to go about and fire peeps and fire them. Fire them all. See what happens. Story coming out of A Task and Purpose. Like, this is like Vanessa Guillen firing. When the Vanessa Guillen events happened and the Fort Hood report came out, there was a lot of individuals that got relieved and got fired and yada yada, right? But it took that event to happen. The Navy, bam, relieved. The USS Carney and the USS Mesa Verde. Fired. Gone. Get out. The same day. What's up with that, Army? Navy Commander Alexa Jenkins on the left and Commander Michael D. Nordine on the right. The Army loves its shitbags. The Army won't fire anyone. Yeah. Woo, buddy, I know. Ooh, man, targeted ads. Ooh, I need to get them off my E-Trade. I need to make sure I'm not logged into my stocks and bonds. Wu-Tang Investments. Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with. So, relieved commanding officers of 2 warships on Wednesday. Navy announced the relief of Commander Alexa Jenkins and the commander of the Ollie Burke destroyer, USS Carney, based out of Naval Station Mayport, Florida, assigned to Naval Surface Squadron 14 on Thursday. Jenkins served as commanding officer Carney since 2022. Damn. Not even a full year. Since June of 2022? Damn. See ya. Captain Anderson will be temporarily reassigned as the new commanding officer of the Carney. Also on the same day, the Navy has disclosed that Rear Admiral Tom Wilson, commander of the Expeditionary Force Strike Group 2, whatever, Navy's got all these long-ass freaking things. Captain Michael D. Noreen, commander of the San Antonio-class amphibious transport dock USS Mesa Verde, assumed command in August of 2022. Man, less than 6 months. Yeah, see ya. See ya. Toxic leadership left and right in the fucking Army, and they promote some guys. Exactly that. I was just saying that. A comment that gets hemmed up on U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio on the fucking page, and here fucking, you know, they're going after soldiers for that shit. If you're Audie Murphy, you can do anything and you still get promoted. Really? Are you talking about Sergeant Audie Murphy Club? I don't know if that holds true anymore. I think the Army doesn't like that shit anymore. I may be wrong. I was a member of the prestigious Sergeant Morales Club, so I was not part of that Audie Murphy shit. I was part of the fictitious soldier club. I was part of that. I was Sergeant Morales members are like, I think fucking like honorary members of the Murphy Club when we come back and get assigned. I didn't give a shit about that. Supposedly what I said. In the Army, the E4 that makes that's what she said comment gets hemmed up more than the commander that sexually assaults someone. Cough, cough. Brigadier General Ralph Baker, 2013. That's right. 2013. Damn. Ralph Baker. Where the fucking name come? Why the name sounds familiar? What command was he in? Well, let's just look it up. How about that? Just find out. Since we're all talking about this. I think he was CJ. Wasn't he CJTFO? Yeah, that's right. Bam, there you go. CJTFO, that's right. Yep. Who was formerly a major general, by the way. He was relieved of his command March 2013, following allegations of sexual misconduct during the investigation. Soldiers asserting under Baker at Camp Lemonnier. Said he had a history of heavy drinking. He paid a fine and was demoted to brigadier general and retired in 2013. So there you go. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember that now. That rings a bell. Had a good time in Djibouti. Not just me, though. There you go. This is the guy right here. My old BC was caught embezzling from the FRG fund, and at another unit I was at and simply got reassigned. This was just a couple years back. Damn. Well, I'll be damned. There you go. I'll be damned. Must be rough. Busted to yeah, exactly. He got busted to brigadier general. He's still GO, right? So he still gets GO stuff. I'm dealt in the cantina. 11 degrees north and the cantina. 11 degrees north. That's what it was. Yeah, I remember that. I wasn't, when I was at my time in Lemonhead, I was not in Gem Pop. I lived in the Buca Soxy compound, or Jasotov compound, whatever the fuck you want to call it at the time. And it had its own little club there called the Bitter End, and that was like the place to hang out. So I wonder if they'll take his parking spot. Yeah, take that parking spot. He's an ugly dude. You talking about me or the general? I mean, there was two ugly dudes on there, right? So I don't know about that. Yeah, I remember my time I had a good time in Africa. I loved Djibouti. I had a fun time. I mean, I actually did stuff. So I don't know. Some people just stay in Djibouti and just stay there and work and just don't do shit. So, all right, final story that I wanted to hit before we start going over the calendar and a vest for guests and all that. The story came out of El Paso, and this is why I always tell individuals to, if you're going to seek help from the VA, yes, it's a frustrating process, but hang in there. Don't let shit get too fucking, how do I say this? Don't let it get out of control. Don't let shit lapse. Stay on top of it. If you got a buddy that is smart with doing VA stuff, or a friend or whatever, bug the fuck out of your VA, or talk to a local VSO. An El Paso veteran who was seeking help. He was seeking help at the El Paso VA. Committed suicide in the VA parking lot after seeking help. El Paso veteran Rob Renz was described as a true Texas gentleman who died after taking his own life in the parking lot at the El Paso Veteran Affairs Facility January 10th. Renz's mother tells KTSM 9 News that her son had been trying to get help as he was suffering from PTSD, tinnitus, and insomnia. Now, a lot of us have that. I have tinnitus and insomnia. That I think a little bit of my insomnia issues is attributed to some of the tinnitus stuff. So there'll be some times where you're it keeps me awake. Like literally, I'll like, oh, hey, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I go to bed early, and then that high pitched noise, and I wake right up. And usually it's like 2-3 hours of sleep or 4 hours of sleep. And then I get up and then I surf the web. Somebody asked me, "Do you ever sleep?" I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't ever sleep." So there's a GoFundMe that's up. The article will be posted up in there, so you'll see the GoFundMe inside there. The executive director of the El Paso VA's healthcare system spoke to KTSM after Renz's tragic death. The tragic death last week occurred at the El Paso main campus, has truly impacted a lot of us, including our workforce and including our veterans and the veteran community at large. The El Paso VA offers same-day crisis care at all facilities, and U.S. military veterans in suicide crisis will be eligible for free care starting. This was last Tuesday, or this Tuesday. And so it's like same day care at all facilities, and U.S. military veterans in a suicide crisis again are eligible for free care starting on Tuesday. They will be eligible to receive care at any Department of Defense, any Department of VA, a Veteran Affairs facility, or a private facility. Amelia Candelario, the Chief Behavioral Health Department, said that it's important that for veterans to say that they're in crisis. There's nothing wrong with saying that I need to talk to somebody, or I need to work with somebody. It's not an excuse to just clam up and then everyone's wondering what's going on. Talk, open up. She says that I want to emphasize that there's no wrong door to obtaining behavioral health care here. Patients can go anywhere they want to anywhere facilities and ask for crisis care, and let them know that wherever they end up seeing, know that there's an urgent need for their care. Well, same-day care is available for veterans in suicide crisis. The VA El Paso VA said they're working to improve the wait times. I can probably guess some of it had to do with wait times. For new patients coming into general mental health, we are hovering at 45 days for wait times for general mental. There's something fucking wrong with that. There is something fucking wrong with that. Someone did bring it to my attention that they did intake with a friend, and an appointment for them to be seen wasn't scheduled for several weeks. So it's fucking sucks. So our hearts go out to Rob Renz and his family. 988, and then I think it's hit 1, punch in 1 afterwards. So at that, again, if you ever need, I see people dropping comments. Hey, hit me a DM if you need to talk. Blah blah blah. Appreciate it. So what care does that involve? I don't know. Just a ton of consultation and out your butt and actual intake for immediate referrals. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I asked a local VA facility if I could walk in and walk through and go through the process, and they looked at me like I had a phallus hanging from my head. and said no because you're going to be possibly taking pictures. I go, no, but it's me. Like I'm the veteran. So it's like, let me walk through and show, record and show what the process is. So that way we can see what you're, and I guess there's some liability issues, insurance issues, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, they kind of blew it off. I'm not going to quit. I'm still going to try to work it. But anyways, what was I going to say? What was my next thing? Okay. So, I think it's time to, well, we got the cut sheet going. We got 5 minutes of stuff. Now we got guests and all that. So tomorrow, Friday Night Freedom, okay, with Cause and, you know, the resources in Florida. Shit, I'll come visit Florida. I'll hang out with you in Florida. Then we'll just walk through the process, John. Yeah, exactly that. Well, I think that's what it is too, Mark. I don't think they wanted me to show, oh, it's for insurance purposes, or it's the Privacy Act, or it's this. I think that's what it is. I think they didn't want me to see who was or who was not going to be at their game. So tomorrow is Friday Night Freedom. Right now, you're watching Sergeant's Time, which is every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is a military-based, sergeanting, senior ranking, wave top level, Army policy looking at stuff. I's your host. I also am looking for active duty. Yeah, active duty person out there that wants to come out and shoot the shit with me and be a guest co-host. Let me know. I'm more than happy to shoot the breeze. Friday Night Freedom is tomorrow with Cause and TZ, who is the co-host for the Smoke Pit. She's going to come on and shoot the breeze. And then Saturday is our day off. And then Sunday is the Sports Bar with King and the debut of the Coach. The Coach is going to come on. He's going to be like how Spanky is, behind the scenes. Because he's like Spanky. He likes to walk around in his underwear and all that stuff. And I'm just kidding, Spanky. But Coach will do that. He will walk around in Ranger panties and all that. So he's going to be just like, he's just going to be how Spanky is. You're going to see on the phone with Coach or on the line with Coach or something like that. And he's going to be there providing all the sports stuff with the real King Smith, our sports aficionado expert / you guys should do a co-host with Extra Duty Podcast. Man, we needed to link up. I need to get back with these guys and we've been contacting. I know their calendar's busy too. So we definitely need to come back. I did an appearance, a live appearance on their show back at Bragg. And we definitely need, we're definitely gonna link back up with them. So that's like I said, that's the Sports Bar with King Smith. The Monday edition is news, commentary, and discussion with a veteran twist. And I have a guest that day. This guest, I don't know if you could do in VA LAPD. Yeah. Oh, appreciate it, John. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate it, man. I would definitely more than happy to jump on in there and, hang out. And if you don't mind me asking questions, I might do some recordings. I might do stuff live. That's an idea. If you'll let me do it, then hell yeah, I'll do the VA LPD. That'll be, that'll work. So, what was I going to say? Oh, so Monday, it's the Monday edition. Monday edition, same time. Again, it is a news discussion, opinion, whatever you want to call it, but with a veteran twist. It's not like it's so much as news and stuff like that, like news. It's like we hit a topic and we hit the topic specifically with a veteran's point of view, or hey, just common sense shit, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna have a guest that her connection to the veteran community has been I would say accidental. I wouldn't say just accidental. Just her connection to the veteran community is I would say with great intentions, and she's going to tell us her experience from her side. And I'm excited because I'm a fan, and I was introduced to her from a friend, and it's Nicole Arbor. If you guys don't know who Nicole Arbor is, she is also a podcaster and a personality comedian who has been seen on Candace Owens, who's been seen on other platforms. She was on The View. Nicole Arbor is going to be joining me, and we're going to discuss a story about the veteran community that is going to knock your socks off. You're not going to believe it. And so when she joins us, she's going to give the details. And of course, we're going to talk receipts of her experiences. And of course, we're going to get to know her as a comedian and what she's up to. So it's going to be a great talk. I've been talking to her already. And I honestly think that her coming on is going to open up your eyes to several veteran influencers and how veterans treat other people and how they treat specifically women. And you're going to be kind of like, you're going to be like, hey, what the fuck? I was literally like, holy shit. So Nicole Arbor is going to be my guest on Monday. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm a fan already. I already said, hey, I'm going to get this out of the way when we're talking. Hey, I'm a fan. Okay, now let's talk about what you want to talk about. And we hit it off pretty good. So I'm looking forward to her coming on. Also on Pop Culture Warrior, man, he's got another guest coming on too. He's got Chad Lindbergh. Yes, it's gonna get spicy. Me and Nicole have already been talking back and forth. It's gonna get spicy. Chad Lindbergh. I don't know if you guys remember Chad Lindbergh. He's the guy that is on. He was on Fast and Furious, Sons of Anarchy, October Sky, Supernatural. He's gonna be on to talk with CQ and his rotating guest that he has for Pop Culture Warrior on Tuesday. And then, Wednesday is the Smoke Pit with, our man Radar and our girl TZ. I'm excited to have it. I'm excited to have that show. That show is awesome. So, and of course, Sergeant's Time on Thursday. And then I have to break this news again. The following Monday edition, on the 30th of January, Flash is coming back. Flash has been doing stuff. Flash has been working behind the scenes a lot for WTF Nation Radio and where he works and all that stuff. So he's been kind of like unable to get behind the mic. Well, this time, Flash is like, hey, what you doing, man? I want to come on and do I want to come back to the mic for a second and just so we can shoot the shit, catch up. So he wants to come back, do guest co-hosting, even though he's been a host, even though he's part of the staff already. Anyways, so Flash is going to be back on the 30th of January. So it's going to be fun. So we have Nicole Arbor. We have Chad Lindbergh. We have Flash. Dude, we got some. We're going to get flashed. Exactly. Yeah, we're not going to get stanked. We're going to get flashed. Flash. So, again, looking forward to having all these guests coming on board. It's going to be fun. Like I said, you're going to want to pay attention to this story. You're going to want to check the story out on the 23rd of January with Nicole Arbor, because there's some stuff that's going to piss you off. It's got me pissed off all, and I'm trying to keep my calm on this stuff. So I want to make sure that I allow her to tell the story, and we are going to give her the standard WTF Nation Radio treatment of how all of our guests get. They're going to get as much time as we need. So if the show goes an hour extra, then it goes an hour extra. If it goes 2 hours, hey, that's the way it works. So again, Nicole Arbor is going to be on WTF Nation Radio and on U.S. Army WTF Moments on the 23rd. So it's going to be it's just like 2 back-to-back events, big events. Chad Lindbergh, Nicole Arbor, and Flash. So I'm excited. So with that, if you guys don't have any questions of moi, I don't know, I think we're done, right? I think everybody good. Everybody. Josiah, you got the signing roster, man. Let me see that signing roster. I don't know if you're still listening. But y'all, thanks for hanging out and shooting the shit. And I appreciate all the comments. I see a lot of new faces in there. Again, thanks. This wouldn't happen without you. I think a lot of the vet community gave up on the military values. I'm going to tell you what, keep that, pin that to your note and drop it in there. Nicole, by the way, has said she's looking forward to the comments, and feel free to ask questions in the chats. So if there's anything that comes out and you want to discuss, or have you heard, or have you seen, or whatever, any question you want to ask. And again, she had to give a safety brief. No, I didn't give a safety brief. I don't wait. Tomorrow's Friday, yeah. So I think don't get in trouble. Don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. How about that? But yeah, she said she's more than happy to answer questions inside the chats as well. So it's going to be pretty interactive, because what she's going to reveal about several veteran influencers and the veteran community from what she's seen. It's time to. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, Matt. Good night. It's going to open your eyes. So with that, y'all have a good night, and shots. Mwah. See you.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.